उवाच स्वायम्भुवस्य च मनोः स्वायम्भुवस्य च मनो वंशः परमसम्मतः कथ्यतां भगवन् यत्र मैथुनेन एधिरे प्रजाः विदुर उवाच स्वायम्भुवस्य च मनो वंशः परमसम्मतः कथ्यतां भगवन् यत्र मैथुनेनैधिरे प्रजाः। परमसम्मतः Vidura vacha. Vidura said, Svāyambhuvasya of Svāyambhuva cha and Manoho of Manu Vamshaha the dynasty Parama most Sammataha esteemed Katyatam kindly described Bhagavan, O worshipable sage, yatra in which Maidunena through sexual intercourse, edire multiply, prajaha the progeny. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swamy Prabhupada. Vidura said, the line of Svāyambhuva Manu was most esteemed. O worshipful sage, I beg you, give me an account of his race, account of this race whose progeny multiplied through sexual intercourse. Please repeat. Vidura said, the line of Svāyambhuva Manu was most esteemed. O worshipful sage, I beg you, give me an account of this race whose progeny multiplied through sexual intercourse. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Regulated sex life to generate good population is worth accepting. Actually, Vidura was not interested in hearing the history of persons who merely engaged in sex life, but he was interested in the progeny of Swayambhuva Manu because in that dynasty, good devotee kings appeared who protected their subjects very carefully with spiritual knowledge. By hearing the history of their activities, therefore, one becomes more enlightened. An important word used in this connection is paramasammataha, which indicates that the progeny created by Swayambhuva Manu and his sons was approved of by great authorities. In other words, sex life for creating exemplary population is acceptable to all sages and authorities of Vedic scripture. Dasansta Bhaktivedanta Parpoto Madhyanatimirandasya Nanjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So today is a new chapter, conversation between Manu, Svāyambhuva Manu, and Kardama, sage Kardama. So here the same conversation is going on between Vidura and Maitreya. Now Vidura is an exalted pure devotee, and so apparently it may be surprising to see this question. How is that a pure devotee is interested in Maidunena edire praja, the progeny which is being multiplied by sexual intercourse? Vidura is specifically wanting to know how the progeny of Svāyambhuva Manu is multiplied by Maidunena. How is it that a pure devotee like Vidura asking another exalted personality like Maitreya about the progeny which is expanded through Maiduna? That's why he is saying, kindly describe Katyatam, and what kind of descriptions? Paramasammataha. Paramasammataha means it is accepted by great authorities. Swāyambhuva Manu's race, his family, his progeny is very enlightening, and that's why Vidura is saying Svāyambhuvasya cha Mano. He is not asking any other personality. He is not asking to describe some other progeny. He is interested in Vamshaha Paramasammataha. That family which is glorified even by great sages. That is a kind of family. So, Vidura is not interested in some usual sexual life of some ordinary people. In this world, this is a very hot topic. The dealings between apparently some two popular cine actors or actresses and their sexual dealings continuously broadcasted by all kinds of channels. Sometimes in the news, if you see, just somebody wore one new type of dress, some sari or whatever, immediately it's a headline. And here we have released Prabhupada's biography, there is no headline. So you can see people are very excited about these interactions between the so-called celebrities. Then why is it that Vidura is not interested? Because this Vidura, he is wanting to know Vamshaha Paramasammataha. He is not interested in these ordinary activities, because the ordinary Maiduna, that is visible. Everywhere it is visible. It is Samanyametat Pashubi Naranam. It is visible both in animals and it is visible in human beings. Human beings have an animal portion where these four aspects, eating, sleeping, mating and defending, these four are common. So there is nothing exalted about it. It's common for every living entity in this world. But then why is it that Vidura is interested? Because this Svāyambhuva Manu, who is an exalted devotee of the Lord, he has produced progeny which is very exalted, esteemed, highly esteemed. How the sex life is utilized, that is important. The phenomena of sexual intercourse is same, but how is it that been used, that is important. So here Swayambhuva Manu's Vamsha, if you analyze, very exalted personalities have appeared, including Kapila. We'll see very soon Lord Kapila appears in the Swayambhuva's race of sons and daughters, and then their further progeny, and then their exalted activities, their characteristics. That is enlightening, that is purifying. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. These descriptions in Bhagavatam are not ordinary. Then Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu. Abhadra means there are so many inauspicious things in our hearts. The biggest challenge in the today's modern world is unusual amounts of inauspicious things are entering into the hearts of people. There's so much of information is available by the advancement of the technology. There's so many gadgets, so many channels. Unfortunately, because people are not trained up, all these channels are used to enhance the inauspicious things in the heart. Abhadrani. As soon as somebody sees indecent, inauspicious, ill behaviors, and when those things gets into your system, you are sitting on a big heap of inauspicious stuff, which will only come out at an appropriate time. You are sitting on a dynamite, a big bomb which is ticking, and these inauspicious things can come out at an inappropriate time and implicate the jiva. In the flick of a moment, the living entity will get implicated because some force comes and pushes him to do all those things. It's all lust. Arjuna asked this question, what is that which is pushing the living entity? Atakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. Anichanapi, although not interested, he is not wanting to, bala adivaniyojitaha. As if some bala, by force somebody is forcing from inside. Living entities will commit such activities. Actually, he doesn't want to. In his proper consciousness, he will never do. But then, unfortunately, he has put a lot of inauspicious things in the heart. That abhadrani is there. They are not badra. Badra, abhadra. This is abhadrani. They are not at all auspicious. They will implicate the jiva. So, there is no solution in the modern world to remove these inauspicious things. It's easy to put in. How much easy? Just press one button in the mobile, you'll get all inauspicious things. What are those inauspicious things? Everything is connected to eating, sleeping, mating, defending, but in inappropriate, in tamasic content. This is the situation. They have no other variety. Same, eating, sleeping, mating and different things. Same. Nobody can transcend these limits. They may go this way, that way, this way, that way, this technology, that technology, artificial intelligence. Ultimately, will come back to these four. And among the four again, they'll come back to mating. Maidunena, Edare. So, those activities when you hear, then abhadrani is increasing. But when you hear the Maiduna activities of Swāyambhuva family, it is saying that nastaprayeshu abhadreshu, those abhadras will go away from the heart. Now there is something interesting. This is also Maiduna activities only, but then when you hear this, then those abhadranis will go away. Prayeshu means almost, not completely. Almost there. Then what happens to you? Bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. You will become nishta. Just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam regularly, a person will come to nishta. Serving Bhagavata every day. Prabhupada says there are two Bhagavatas, book Bhagavata, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, and person Bhagavata, the one who embodies Bhagavatam in his day-to-day life, that is a pure devotee. So by serving both of them or either of them, one becomes fixed up. Then what happens? Tada rajastamo bhava. These two dangerous things, raja and tama. Tada rajastamo bhava kamalo bhadayaschaye. Lust and hankering, greed, sleep and inactivity and dullness, depression, all these forces Chetayeter anabdham, which are all piercing your heart. This is the problem in the modern world. Everybody is pierced. There is a burning going on in the heart. What is that burning? All these inauspicious things are pushing, piercing. He becomes pierced by those desires to enjoy. There is a burning that is going on in the heart. And people don't know what to do about it. They have no idea. And Stitam Sattve, gradually he will come to Stitam Sattve, Satvaguna. So by regular attendance in Bhagavatam and hearing, it doesn't matter. As a matter of duty we should hear. Satvaguna means that person is proud of doing his duty dutifully, without any attachment. He is not bothered about whether the class is good or somebody is, whether he is giving colorful descriptions and this and that. Bhagavatam he wants to hear, a matter of duty. This is a higher level than just attracted by, some other skills. Particularly hearing from Prabhupada, his books, reading every day, even if he is not feeling interested, not getting attracted, subject matter appearing to be not very interesting, even then, sattvic person means he takes pride in doing as a matter of service, as a duty. And then one more quality of a sattvic person is he does charity of this knowledge. He will not sit quiet. He will distribute. It doesn't matter who is the person who is coming to learn, he very freely he gives away. Like Dronacharya, the disciple who is coming is Drushtadhyumna, and Dronacharya knows he is going to kill me. Drushtadhumna is meant to kill Dronacharya, and Dronacharya knows that. Now imagine that person comes to him and says, I want to learn from you. And what is that you want to learn? How to kill. Now imagine, just put yourself into that situation. You are there and then some person is coming to you and you know this person is going to kill me. See, Bhagavatam becomes more vivid and live in our life when you try to visualize and apply in your own circumstance. This practical application of whatever we are hearing, that gives you the punch. That Vijnanam will develop only when you try to implement this knowledge. Otherwise, scholarly calculations will be there. This, that, all those things. But practical application is different. First clarity is intellectual clarity, but that clarity is not all in all. Somebody may be very clear in his mind. That doesn't mean anything. You have to apply. That's why coming to Sattva-guna takes long time. Prabhu, I am long time. Still he may have indecency, bad habits, this and because prayeshu, even just prayeshu, that means not fully gone, everything is not gone. Still, one will not be able to give up this process of devotional service. This is the beauty. Naistiki means that's all, you cannot live. Although there could be many other things, abhadras are, making you restless. Jai Radha Govinda. They are making you restless, but then still, you will not be able to give up. This is the beauty of Bhagavad. Once it captures you, that's all. You have no escape. Once Krishna captures you, you have no escape. You will be repeatedly coming back to this process till you perfect yourself. So one has to be patient in this process. After the, initially we will be very excited, very nice, yes, it is there. Actually it will be there like that only, but then in between we will go through our own speculations, and then sometimes it appears to be, very, very, that's what he said that the sattvic process sometimes appears, in the beginning it appears like poison. And as you go on progressing, it becomes nectar. Passion is the other way around. First it looks very nectarian. As you go on. Passion. The attraction between a man and woman in a passionate way, it appears to be very nectarian in the beginning, like a nectar. But then it becomes slowly, it will become poison. Nowadays it is not slow, very quickly. It will become poison. Previously it used to take a lot of time for them to understand, what is it? Nowadays, very quickly they understand. This is an important understanding that one has to be patient and enthusiastic. Whether he is a brahmachari or whether he is a married person, he has to handle this force of sex carefully. Unregulated and unwarranted sex is not recommended anywhere. Now, how is this force is handled? Only by a regulated process. Everybody has to take precaution. Then only these forces of sexual attractions slowly will subside. Otherwise, these forces are very, very difficult. How difficult? One should know that the attraction between man and woman, this sexual attraction, this is running the universe. That is the force running the universe. If let us say if there is no attraction between these two, there is everybody is liberated. There is no need to run this universe. It will all get empty. There is no attraction. That's all. This attraction is prison. In the prison, no, previously they used to put those chains to the prisoners. They used to put these chains to the legs and hands and all those things. That chain is this attraction. Sexual attraction is those chains. Maya is so perfect. It has not given any iron chains or some physical chains. So much of expenditure. There is no such physical chains here. Simply it has put some attraction between man and Darshan. And both of them want to increase those chains. Yes, do you have a chain? No? Okay, take. You want more chains? Please. They're exchanging chains and they're putting on each other nicely. This is the prison's Maya's trick. People are interested in chains. More and more and more and more. This is the thing. That's why when they hear Bhagavatam, they got shocked. Oh, you mean to say this is actually a chain? So I have to give it up. What is binding us? We should know. Acharyas have called this particular attraction by various names. They said it is poison. And then, yes, they said this is chain. And this will weaken the living entity. In so many ways, they have explained that how one has to be careful to keep this attraction under control. And the most important thing is to Saru Bhagavata. Every day one has to read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam means Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all the books of Srila Prabhupada. One should systematically read and then endeavor to implement in his day-to-day life as ordered by Srila Prabhupada. His sadhana bhakti is the medicine. So a devotee, more he takes this medicine, he will be freed from the disease quickly. That's why Sattvaguna takes time, because our endeavor is involved. Automatically you will not, just by hearing, you will not be able to. You have to also implement. In this science, there is theory and then there is an implementation. So one has to carefully apply in day-to-day life. So, not only about the sexual force, there are so many forces in our lives. The basic necessities are there, the eating and the sleeping and all those things. And then there are dealings, social dealings. Then there are activities, there is a work, and then there is a knowledge gaining endeavors. There are so many things we do throughout our day. And each and every aspect we should come to sattvic levels. This is the first caller. Each and every aspect we should come to Sattvaguna. For example, too much overeating, that is called Tama. Tamaguna doesn't mean, of course somebody eats abominable food, that is also Tamaguna. But it is not only quantity wise also, there are too much, which will induce so much of sleep and inactivity, and people lose interest, depressed. Why? Because of the too much. And somebody doesn't take required quantity, less quantity, very, very less, then that is also not good. And so like that, in each and every aspect, a devotee understands what is ordained by Krishna. And what is ordained by Krishna, that is available in Bhagavad Gita and that is available in Bhagavatam. So when a devotee learns this by hearing, he understands where to draw a line. He understands carefully and then he tries to implement. One important aspect is that a devotee tries to utilize everything in the service of the Lord. This is the simplest way. Everything he uses in service of the Lord. A pure devotee, for him, anything that comes to his life, he uses it in the service of the Lord. He sees the entire world, the sense objects, as meant for service of the Lord. That's all. Ordinary person, when he sees an object, he sees it as meant for me, my enjoyment. But when a pure devotee sees, he sees with the intention, how can I use it in the service of Krishna? This is it. This powerful principle is given by the Goswamis. And this can relieve us from these attractions of this world. If somebody is always thinking, how can I use this in Krishna's service? How can I use this in Krishna? It's not only about objects. It's about interactions, situation. Some situation has come into our life. How can I use this situation in Krishna's service? One is to think about the objects, one is about the interaction, situation, how this situation can help me to progress, how it can help me to progress. So when a pure devotee is put into a family kind of a situation, he will try to utilize that in order to serve Krishna nicely. And then, he will produce a progeny, paramasammataha, which is appreciated by all the authorities. So, we should not, disrespect or minimize other ashramas. Brahmachari, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. One should not think that we are superior and the other one is inferior. As long as somebody is trying to manage as an ashrama, these divisions are all inferior. If one uses as an ashrama, he creates an ashrama in each and every division, then that is nice. Otherwise, there is nothing called this is good and this is bad. Everything is mess. And one more thing is that the Vedic level of managing these ashramas is not easy in this world. So one will find some kind of indecency in every ashrama. Whether it is a brahmachari, or a gruhastha, or vanaprastha, sannyas, we will see there could be apparently there are some issues or some fall downs. But one should see how much he is trying to improve in his Krishna consciousness and how he is trying to follow Prabhupada instructions and then help each other. These ashramas have to cooperate with each other, help each other in enhancing the services to the Lord. Our goal should be that. By serving Guru's mission, by serving Krishna, by cooperatively, all these ashramas, varanas, they all have to cooperate with each other. And then try to enhance their services to Krishna, their understanding of the Lord. This is what is going to really help. So it doesn't matter where somebody is situated, go on hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and then try to serve Prabhupada as much as possible. Sthane sthita shrutigatam tanuvan manobi. So by his mind, by his words, by his sharira, one should serve the Bhagavata, book Bhagavata and person Bhagavata. Then he is heading towards perfection. Otherwise, simply commenting on each other, oh, you are less, you are this, you are that, it doesn't make any sense. Whatever is comfortable, one can be in that ashrama and practice Krishna consciousness. But everybody has to go through brahmachari training. After training, then one has to understand the responsibility in a grihastha ashrama. And then after understanding the responsibility, one should, if one wants to, one can accept, but provided he understands the responsibility. And what is that responsibility? To take care of the family, to tolerate the difficulties, ensure good Krishna conscious education, and then ensure that the children are growing in a proper way. There are so many responsibilities. But everybody has to compulsorily go through brahmacharya. After understanding brahmacharya principles, even then it is so difficult for the people to take that responsibility. Kali Yuga has become so vicious. So that's why in this coming chapters, we will see the ideal descriptions of grihastha ashrama, and then those descriptions will purify our understanding about sex, our understanding about marriage, our understanding about the other ashramas. One has to be very well informed. He should know thoroughly what is what, and then based on that one should take a decision. Particularly in this Kali Yuga, the best is to remain as a brahmachari, and then without much botherations, happily participate in this Sankirtan movement. And as long as you are absorbed in the service and you follow the sadhana bhakti, you will have no problems. Otherwise, there will be problems anywhere. If you are not absorbed in Prabhupada's sadhana bhakti, and then you are not absorbed in the service, every ashram will become a troublesome ashrama. Neither here nor there or anywhere. That's why the first goal should be, the first purpose should be how I can fix up myself in Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. That is the essence. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
శ్రీకృష్ణుణ్ణి చేరుకోవడానికి, కృష్ణ భక్తిని అందరికీ అందించటానికి బృందావనం వైపు ఉరకలేస్తున్న యమునోత్రి. విష్ణుపాదమే తన పుట్టినిల్లుగా కైలాసం చేరుకోవడానికి పరుగులు తీస్తున్న గంగోత్రి. కురుక్షేత్ర ఘోరహత్యా పాపం శంకరుణ్ణి శాంతపరచడం లక్ష్యంగా పాండవులు నిర్మించిన కేదార్నాథ్. సమస్త సాధు పుంగవులకు, ఋషులకు, ఆధ్యాత్మిక సాధనకు స్ఫూర్తినిచ్చే నరనారాయణులను నడయాడిన ప్రదేశం బద్రీనాథ్.